Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. In the heart of Montego Bay, the drums of resistance echoed as Rastafarians raised their voices, not for local politics, but for a rising African leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But what's driving this unexpected alliance across the Atlantic? In a powerful show of Pan-African unity, a group of Rastafarians gathered at Sam Sharpe Square on Thursday to voice their support for Burkina Faso's transitional president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, chanting messages of resistance and liberation. The demonstrators expressed admiration for the young African leader's bold stance against neocolonial influence and his vision for a self-determined Africa. Waving red, gold, and green flags and carrying placards with slogans such as "Africa must unite" and "Hands off Traoré." The group emphasized their solidarity with Burkina Faso's ongoing efforts to reclaim its sovereignty and resources. The peaceful gathering drew attention from local and tourists alike, many of whom stopped to listen to speeches and reggae chants calling for African unity, decolonization, and economic independence. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who came to power in a military-led transition in 2022, has been hailed by some Pan-Africanists and Rastafarians as a modern-day Thomas Sankara, the revered former president of Burkina Faso, known for his anti-imperialist views and revolutionary reforms. Traoré's recent decision to distance Burkina Faso from French military presence, suspend certain foreign NGOs, and promote self-reliance have resonated deeply with Pan-African circles across the Caribbean. Traoré represents a new generation of African leadership that is unafraid to challenge Babylon, said Ras Malik, one of the event's organizers. Just like how Marcus Garvey and Haile Selassie taught us, Africa must control its own destiny. We are here to show love and strength to our brother in Burkina Faso. The rally also underscored Jamaica's long-standing spiritual and ideological connection to Africa, particularly through the Rastafarian movement. Rooted in the teachings of Garvey and inspired by the legacy of Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie I, Rastafari philosophy emphasizes African repatriation, resistance to oppression, and the redemption of the African continent. Several speakers called on Caribbean nations to support African countries that are striving to free themselves from economic dependency and external control. When one African nation rises, all Africans rise, declared Sister Nyambingi, a speaker from St. James. It's time for the Caribbean to stand with leaders like Traoré, who are breaking the chains of exploitation. The demonstration was more than just a show of support for a single leader. It was a call to the wider African diaspora to reconnect with the struggles and triumphs unfolding on the continent. Through music, chants, and prayer, the rally became both a spiritual and political statement, and an appeal for unity, consciousness, and action. As the sun set over Montego Bay, drums echoed through the streets, carrying a message that resonated far beyond Jamaica. The struggle for African liberation is alive, and the fire of Pan-Africanism still burns strong.